Before we get into this video, I want to thank everyone for watching the last episode. It's one of the episodes that's doing the most views at the moment. It's already up past 1K views if I'm not mistaken. How I usually look at things like that is that what I do is I think of myself in a room with 1,000 people in front of me, which would be crazy. Because for bigger channels, maybe that's not a lot of views, but for me specifically, I find that it's doing very well, and I'm very happy with everyone's comments and what they're saying, and I'm very happy that even Gail accepted the invite to even do the episode. So I'm looking forward to very more episodes like that, and because that's why I asked the question in every single talk episode that I do. I usually ask something in regards to mental health, and I was happy to get an episode that we could just strictly dedicate. We could have dedicated the entire episode just to that. So as you probably saw from the beginning clips, I'm here in Zeelandia. If you didn't notice it from the aerial shots and the different shots that I have, what I'm doing down here is because from the title of the video, you already know I'm going to be speaking out. I'm going to be speaking about 3 ways that you can deal with anxiety as a photographer. It doesn't only have to apply to photography, but because that's what I do, I decided to do that. So let's just get right directly into that. I think the first one that is not something that I would do, is not the first thing that I would recommend someone to do, but it's the most obvious one. Some people would say, okay, someone is paying me to do something that I don't really want to do. The first thing I'm going to do is carry up my prices. Because it's something that I don't really want to do, that's what most people would do. But it's not something that I per se would do, because my mental health is worth more than money, and I prefer things that bring me peace over being in a chaotic environment. That's why I think some photographers don't even do, for example, weddings, is because it can be very chaotic at times. So I prefer, that's me personally speaking, I prefer to my peace over, let's say it's a big event that is even paying well. I prefer to, if I'm not feeling comfortable, if I'm 100% not feeling comfortable, I am not gonna do it. So let's go on to number 2. Number 2 for me would be setting clear boundaries. If it's something that you don't really want to do, I would advise to don't do it. You can gauge this by asking how many persons are going to be there. Is it a very large event? And then based off of that, you'll be able to know exactly if you want to shoot at that event or not. I per se, in the beginning, I did risk it and go because you just want to get your name out there. I did go do the events, but sometimes after the event, I'm so mentally tired. And sometimes you might go to the event and you say you want to go and take the pictures, and then the pictures don't turn out the way in your eyes, in a photographer's eyes. It doesn't turn out the way that you want it to be, and that's because the entire time you're probably uneasy, filled with anxiety. So set boundaries. If you don't want to do something, just say no. Number 3, and the one that I use the most typically, is if there's an event and I agree to go to the event, I usually ask whoever it is, whether it's a promoter, whether it's a gala, whatever it is, and if the event starts at 7, by the latest I will be at the event at 6:30 or even 6 o'clock, because maybe then I will start taking pictures of things around the environment before everybody comes in and most of the things start to move. That's what I would do. That's typically the one that I use the most. I usually, if I really want to do the event, or if the person really wants me to do the event, I will usually end up going there maybe an hour early. And I would not even charge for being there an hour early, because it's more for my side of things to make sure that I'm already mentally prepared, and I prefer to be there and persons meet me there than for me to come there and then I meet a whole crowd there. I explained in the previous episode briefly, so I prefer to be there at an event earlier than the time mentioned, just so I can get myself ready, mentally prepared, and then I can always look around and say maybe where's the best places to take pictures. so that I can be prepared in advance and everything usually goes a bit more smoother. The bonus tip for me, and the bonus tip that I would advise most people to use, is that if you really don't want to do an event, what you can do is hire someone else to do it. So all you have to do is, when you're doing certain events from before, you train this person to conduct the events for you, and then when you get the pictures, you edit them, which is the bread and butter. Usually comes with editing, because then anybody could just buy a camera and go and shoot the event. But it's the editing after the process, after the pictures are taken, is what makes the pictures look the way they are. So if you really don't want to do it, and it's something that I myself am looking into, is that I let someone else do it for me. And you just pay this person to go and conduct this to do this event for you, and then they bring you the SD card with the pictures, and they're probably using my camera still, so I would expect it to look a certain way, and then you just go from there. So that is my final bonus tip. I would like to say I'm glad that everyone watched the episode of last week Saturday, episode number 10 of The Talk with Gail, where she talked about her story. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the button. It's either on this side or this side. You can go ahead and watch it. Like I say here on Jackie Imagery, capture the moment, watch forever. Let me bless you guys with some more clips. Bless.